So I just wrote this, and it's about forgiveness, and I've been trying to read it off the screen and it's just not working out. So I'm just going to try to come off the top with it. But this is for anyone. If you're struggling with forgiving someone, then you want to watch this because it'll help you. And if you're not struggling with forgiving someone at the moment, you still want to watch this because I share some different perspectives on forgiveness that I've never heard anyone share before. And forgiveness is just a regular part of life. So at some point, you're likely to encounter a situation where someone does something to you and it's really tough for you to forgive them. So, forgiveness, anytime you're having a hard time forgiving someone, it's because you're focusing on the hurt and the pain, the embarrassment and the shame, and you're focusing on them. And it's your pride and it's your ego that's been hurt. And we think when we forgive someone, we're doing them a favor. We think forgiveness is an act of kindness that we extend towards another person. We think forgiveness is about them, but forgiveness has nothing to do with what was done to you. It has nothing to do with the person that did it to you. Forgiveness is 100% about you. Forgiveness is how you fight to take control of your happiness and maintain control of your happiness. So when, let's see, can I do, okay, so when the person did whatever they did to you, and if it affected you, then you gave them power to control how you feel. So if someone did something and it pissed you off, made you really angry, it made you sad, it made you depressed, it made you afraid, like whatever the case, you gave them the power to make you feel that way. Because no one can make you feel any kind of way without your permission. You have to receive what they said. And if it's something that they've done, you have to give what they did power to control how you feel. And you do that by focusing solely on whatever was done. So forgiveness is about taking your power back. Forgiveness is about saying, I refuse to let you control my happiness. I refuse to let you control my peace. I refuse to let you control my joy. I refuse to let you control how I experience life. That's what forgiveness is. Forgiveness gives you the power to continue to be happy despite what was done. Forgiveness gives you the power to continue to enjoy your life despite what was done. So someone does something, piss you off, whatever the case. You allow that to happen. You've given them that power. So forgiveness is just you taking that power back from them. That's what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is an expression of self-love. Because again, when you forgive someone, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. And that's where we get it twisted. We think we're doing them a favor, but you're doing you a favor. Forgiveness is how you free yourself, right? When you're in unforgiveness, you've become a prisoner to that person and to whatever it was that they did to you. You become their prisoner. And it's not that they continue doing fucked up shit to you over and over and over. What it is we keep replaying in our minds what they did to us over and over and over. We are being haunted by our memories, our thoughts, because we're choosing to continue to think about the shit that they did. And so when you hear forgive but don't forget, that's bullshit. You have to forget in order to truly forgive, and in order to truly move on, and in order to truly be happy. You can't be happy if you're continuing to think about the fucked up shit that they did to you. You gotta let that shit go. And when you let something go, you're not thinking about it. You're not remembering it. And if thoughts pop up in your head, you choose which thoughts you think about. You don't have to think about everything that pops up in your head, and you don't think about everything that pops up in your head. So when you have thoughts pop up in your head about the shit they did, you make a choice to forget that shit and move on. You make a choice to think about something else. You don't gotta think about that shit. You know, that's not your entire life. Your entire life is not the fucked up shit they did to you. There's so much more life happening outside of that. Good things that you could choose to think about instead. So, you know, forgiveness can be a fight. It can be a war sometimes. It can be hard depending on what was done. But that's how you go about it. You refuse to think about the shit that somebody did to you or said to you, whatever the case may be. You refuse to think about that shit, and the more you do that, the less you'll think about it, and the less you'll think about it, you'll eventually get to a place to where you're not thinking about it at all anymore, and then you'll be happy. That's when you've taken complete control over your happiness back, and that's when you'll be